Hello there. Just a quick review of today's game. Thought it was a pretty impressive win by England, actually, losing the toss, having to chase on a Turner, especially in a game where it mattered really more to New Zealand than it did England. For England, they were through already, and they probably have to play South Africa or India in the next round. Either one is a difficult game, so it didn't really matter which. New Zealand had to win to guarantee progression. They'll probably still get through because I doubt Pakistan will beat by Lanka by a massive score. By I think they'd have to win within 13.1 overs if they were to chase. So I mean it's possible, but I can't really see it. I think New Zealand will go through. So it's probably impressive for England on a number of kind of factors. The first one really is that they beat a good side, and it's that probably the best side they've beaten in the group stage. They beat Nepal, Scotland, and Italy. Lost to the West Indies, and in this stage they've beaten Sri Lanka and Pakistan, who are good. But New Zealand are a step above them, and the type of side they have to win to beat. Sorry, to win the World Cup. It looks like they'll get India in the semis, and if they win that, South Africa or New Zealand in the final. So they are going to be playing at kind of a much kind of high level of opponent than Nepal, Scotland, etc. So that was impressive. It was is impressive because it was a good chase. I mean, England started off terribly, 2 for 2. There were some kind of cameos all the way down, and then kind of Jackson Ahmed exploded at the end. I thought that was quite impressive. Jax has been probably, along with Corrin, England's player of the tournament, and Ahmed just coming in for his first game of the tournament. He bowled well, got some wickets, and also got those runs at the end. So that was really impressive. The only downside for England, I would say, is the form of Butler. As I've said before, the guy is a legend, but is past his best, and I don't blame England for picking him. But there is an issue once it's clear that he's not getting any runs, he's continuing to fail, that they still pick him, especially as an opener. Now, if they want his influence in the team or him as a keeper, that's fine. Move him down to 7 or something and open with Jacks or Banton or Corrin or whatever. Don't open with him because to win the World Cup, to win a semi and a final, they can't be continually 1 or 2 down after like the first couple of overs. The middle order and low order aren't going to rescue them all the time. And so they must address that. Otherwise, they're not going to get much further. Now, I've heard a couple of people only really have an opposing view. Most people have got the kind of the same view as me on this one, I think. But it was Steve Finn and Alex Hartley. Steve Finn, who used to play with Josh Butler, so might be a bit biased, really, was saying that he's got all these runs before, which kind of misses the point. I mean, Thierry Henry was an unbelievable footballer at 27, but not at 35. Well, they didn't. At 35, he wasn't playing for France, and people saying, well, he's got to continue in the side because, he scored all these goals before. That's when he was young and good. When he was past it, it is not the case. And then Alex Hartley, who just said something like, kind of, calm down to the people who wanted Butler not to play. Alex Hartley, for me, is just someone who interviews children on the 100. I don't take her views that seriously. So if I were England, I really would make those changes. And really, that one change, open with Jackson Banton, and they give themselves a chance of winning the semi or the final.